CJ Marks here. Welcome to the Confidence Series. And my first guest is an amazing person. Let's just get right to it. Mandeep Kaur, she's a personal freedom coach. Thank you for your time, Mandeep.
You're welcome.
Let's jump right into the first question. What is confidence?
Okay. So for me, I think the way that we think of confidence is a really interesting concept. So I think that in society, we tend to think of confidence in quite binary terms. So for example, you either have it or you don't, right? You look at somebody and you describe them as having confidence or not having confidence. But I think sometimes that can be used as an excuse for people not to do something, right? So, for example, CJ, you're confident in public speaking. I'm confident in traveling, right? So people would look at us in those roles and say, yeah, they're confident people. But if you put either of us in a rocket ship,
No, 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 no.
exactly, like I guarantee that there isn't, we would not be sitting there with the smugness and the confidence that we have doing things in those roles than in the roles that we're comfortable with, right? And that's why I would love for people to start seeing confidence in the varying degrees that people do have it relative to the situation that they're in, right? So when you kind of break confidence down, you can't achieve something with the confidence to do it. It just does not work like that. You build the confidence after taking action towards moving to that thing. So, for example, when you're learning to drive a car, you can do as much theory and as much virtual driving as you want to build your confidence, but it is not going to be the same. You're not going to go from, taking a theory test to being confident on the motorway, on the highway. You have to get your ass into that
Oh,
seat
yes,
and
yes.
start driving, and then the confidence comes, right? Like, CJ, I wish it was the other way around. I would love for it to be the other way around, but it's a fact of life. It just isn't. So to take the action to do something is how you build the confidence to do it, right? So what do you need to take the action towards something? Courage. Because courage is a lot of what holds people back from taking the action is fear. And you need the courage to not only take that first step, but you need courage to be willing to look or feel stupid, right? Or face rejection or any of those things. So something that I experienced here, I'm currently in Mexico and I didn't know, more than a few phrases of Spanish.
Okay.
And now, 5 months in, it's easy for people to say to me, oh, damn, you picked up a lot in this time. But that's because I had to say things and get them wrong and sound like a gringo and go through all of that. And now it's easy for people to look at me and say, yeah, she speaks Spanish with confidence. But I had to go through that process of having the courage to take the action to get there. Sorry, my wife has just fallen off. And so, and so I think so I started thinking when you mentioned this question to me, what do you need to build the courage? Because I really worked backwards from here, and it is just commitment, simple commitment to yourself, to have the courage to take the first step, because the confidence will come after you've made that commitment to yourself and being willing to invest in yourself, and then having the courage to take aligned action. And then once you do the action, the confidence comes. And that is how I feel. And that's the way that I would love, the biggest takeaway I would love for people to have from this is that taking the action, it's a precedent to achieving the confidence.
So having courage and taking action. Let's
Yes.
speak to that, Mandy, because you had a professional career that many people would have figuratively killed for. And you gave that up, started something new.
I did.
Please tell us, how did you do that?
So this is really interesting. I'm going to explain a little bit about what my life actually was before I started doing what I'm doing now.
Please do.
So my parents are immigrants to the UK. I was born in the UK. And I think something that I really learned from them was this incredible work ethic. And I really ran with that. And I think a lot of people feel this expectation from their parents anyway to be successful and build an amazing life. And I think it's more pronounced when you're the child of immigrants, because you are always so constantly aware of the sacrifices that have been made for you to have the life that you have. I ended up creating a life that was built for all of the wrong things in reality, right? So when I look back, it was for admiration, it was for money, it was for praising my parents, it was for other people's expectations, because nobody had asked me, Mandy, what kind of life do you want? And more importantly, I hadn't asked myself. It's nobody else's responsibility, really. But I hadn't ever really, and I mean, really sat down and thought, what do I want from my life, right? And so how I did it was asking myself a lot of questions and going deeper and deeper and deeper. And from the point where my questions were, what should I eat today? What do I feel like doing? What dress shall I wear? And the quality of my questions changed to, what am I doing with my life? Quite literally, what am I doing?
So you went from like, what am I having for breakfast, to what am I doing with my life? Just like that. Okay.
No, not at all. Not at all. CJ. It would be amazing if it did. It was a process of habits that I had to get into every day. So one of the things I'm going to touch on throughout this interview is journaling, and how that allows you to break through to the next level of questioning and ask yourself deeper and deeper questions. So it was something like, what do I want for breakfast? I want something healthy. Hang on, why do I want something healthy? Or, why do I want bananas or fruit? Because I want something healthy. Why do I want something healthy? Because I want to look after my body. Oh, why do I care about looking after my body? Why? Constantly, where, why, what, how? I really started asking myself different type of question, and eventually ended up getting deeper and deeper and deeper, and looked back and realized, I've been building my life quite passively. Someone says to me, it's important to own your own property by this age. I'm like, oh, okay. I guess I should do that. Whether that was something that I really, really was going to serve me on a deep level, I didn't ask that question to myself. And so I had built my life on all these superficial goals and achievements, and I was getting more and more investments. And then when I hit those achievements, or when I got that promotion, or when I made that next big deal, I was like, okay, now what? And Khalif, I was making a disgusting amount of money. Absolutely disgusting amount of money.
Disgusting amount of money, yes.
Disgusting amount of money, yes. But I still always felt poor. I can't describe, the money in my bank balance was going up and up and up, but my mentality was still not catching up with it. And you know why? Because achievement does not equal fulfillment. And none of that shit was fulfilling me. It was just building and building and building without considering how it was serving me, or how I could serve others, or how I could grow spiritually. And when I started creating goals and looking at my values and finding out what is truly meaningful to me, checking in with myself regularly via journaling, meditation, and all these kinds of practices. And all my actions started becoming aligned with my purpose and fulfillment. I started experiencing a whole transformation that I'd never experienced before, because I started raising my standards. And once I started raising my standards, CJ, I could not stop. And every time I broke through to the next level, I couldn't go back. And that's the beauty of personal growth. You can't reverse it. Once you're through to the next level, there is no going back. And so sometimes people move towards pleasure, but what I found was it's so much easier. You know, you'll do more to move away from the pain in your life than towards something you find pleasurable. And so I learned how to harness the pain of living like a corporate zombie. And when that got too much, it was so, I'm not going to say easy, I'm going to say it was more straightforward to leave that pain of that life behind and do what really fulfilled me, which was traveling and learning and serving other people and feeding my soul. So, you know, there are so many miserable millionaires out there
Yes.
because it just does not, it just does not bring you fulfillment depending on the way that you've achieved it. And it took me so many years of having that deep level of conversation with myself where I realized, like, right, I'm fucking done. There's no going back.
That's well said, Mandy. And you know, I think from time to time we all question ourselves in terms of not just what we're doing, but how we're doing it, and if it's right for us at that time. How do you know that you're doing the right thing for yourself at that time?
Okay. So I love this question so much because I've already sort of described old Mandeep and new Mandeep. So old Mandeep would have given you a very different answer to now.
Okay, well let's go with the now, Mandeep. All right, what's the answer now? Yes, yes.
Okay, so at the moment, I would say hunch and intuition and your gut are just as valuable as factors like data, numbers, evidence, trends, patterns. Um, at the moment, the simple answer that I don't think is going to be very popular is you don't. You cannot possibly know 100% of the time if you are doing the right thing. So you might as well do it anyway.
Just do it.
Just do it. My hunches have been wrong. My data's been wrong as well. And I've learned that from different parts of my life. And I think I would even go as far as to say that it's being right or wrong is not even important. It's making the decision and going back to what I said earlier, making a decision and just taking the fucking action, because that is going to move you forward, right? And it's actually the procrastination that comes as a result of constantly questioning yourself that is going to kill your confidence, the confidence that we talked about earlier. So you have to move through all of that, even when it triggers you, because moving through that is what's going to move you forward and give you that confidence to then grow your experience and base your future decisions on what you think is right. And then you're going to find yourself becoming more and more right. But you only do that by getting out of your own way and stop trying to have it all perfect and be concerned with being right in the first place. So you have to be willing to be perfectly imperfect to move forward and not consider.
That's truth. Popularity is overrated. We're seeking truth here, and you're bringing it, Mandy. Thank you. To that end, we all have off days sometimes. Even confident people with courage have off days. what do you do on those moments when you're unsure of yourself or your challenge? Do you have a go-to song or a book or a movie, something that helps you through those bleak, challenging moments?
So I do. I talked a little bit about daily habits like journaling, meditation, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And they are so, so, so crucial. And I have a song which has a mantra in it that has trained my mind to level up all the time. So there's a song that I listen to in the shower without fail every morning, and that song is Level Up by.
Level Up.
Do you know it?
I know the song. Many people here do. Yes, that is your song. Okay. How long has that been your go-to song?
About 2 years. I first discovered it 2 years, which I think was probably far too late. And the lyrics like, what can you say? Level up, level up, level up, level up, level up. It's simple. It's straightforward. When you have a challenge, when you have something in front of you, it frames my mind like for the day, whatever challenges you're going to have, level up for them, level up for them. And there's a particular set of lyrics in there where she says, thank God I never settled. This view is so much better. I'm winning, I'm chilling on another level.
Mm-hmm.
And I really love that because there was a time in my life when I found myself doing that. And no matter what challenges I have now, and the challenges that I'm sure there'll be in front of me, there will be nothing that I cannot overcome with that mindset. And it's a million times better than settling for a life of unfulfillment and without purpose.
Okay, thank you. One last question I have for you before we get to this and that, and I'll talk about this and that momentarily.
Okay.
A number of folks watching may be ignorant to exactly what it is you do now. And I'd like you to elaborate on what you're doing now. Now, here's the question. You were supposed to be in Mexico for, I think, weeks, and it's turned into months. Please tell us, Mandeep, how has that situation been for you? How have you managed? How have you adjusted? How has the process been for you?
So I think I'm incredibly privileged because I've been able to thrive because the need for certainty is not a high value of mine. And why is that? Like, how did I get to that? And it's just a muscle. It's just a muscle that I've gained through traveling for 2 years. And I really credit that to being in different countries and constantly being stuck in situations where things just aren't going as I planned because, you know, I can't speak the language or navigate the system, and then finding the solution to all of these challenges. And every single one of those challenges has helped me cope with uncertainty in my life. And as I mentioned, the muscle of having a commitment to yourself, building that up, building up the muscle of having courage. And for me, this one has been building up the muscle of resilience in the face of adversity or uncertainty. And I keep coming back to daily habits as well because it's reinforced, that muscle is reinforced in my daily habits. Because when you have a lifestyle with no routine, I've had to learn to make a routine of making a routine, which includes these little activities like affirmations, meditations, journaling, and having a mantra like Level Up. It's all helped me to exercise that muscle and strengthen that belief that no matter what, I will always, always, always find a way. And that has really helped me get through these tough times in this pandemic situation.
Okay.
Always a way.
Always. There's always a way. Well said. Yes. Okay. We're going to move on to this or that. Now, of course, sometimes in life, you could have it all, have it both. But I'm going to ask you to choose 5 questions. 5 questions. This or that. 1-word answer. Just answer the question. You don't have to elaborate as to why. Just this or that. Which do you choose? Okay.
Okay.
5
Let's do this.
First one. Toastmasters or TED and TEDx Talks?
Toastmasters.
Okay. No mask or no bra?
No bra. Easy all the time. Mask saves lives. Bras serve no purpose.
Okay, next question. Hostels or hotels?
Hostels.
Okay, okay. Mountain views or ocean views?
Oh, ocean views.
Okay. Last one I have for you.
Okay.
Kokushin karate or kickboxing?
The first one.
Kokushin karate.
Kyokushin karate. All the way.
Now you're a practitioner, right? Didn't you train for some years?
That's right. I did.
I'll do my research. Okay, all right. Okay.
Yeah, I'm impressed. You said it with a perfect accent.
Oh, thank you so much. Mandeep, this has been a pleasure. Now, before we wrap it up here, is there anything else you'd like to say, anything you'd like to plug or promote, or tell people how and where they can get in contact with you?
For sure. So, part of what I do is work as a personal freedom coach, and I help people find their life purpose and work through any kind of conditioning or belief structures that they want to. So you can find me on Facebook. My name is Mandeep Kaur. If it's possible, maybe we can put a link in somewhere.
That's what we're going to do, of course.
Fantastic. And we can do a free session where we can dig a little bit deeper and start asking those questions. It's going to get you to the life of your dreams.
Beautiful. Mandy, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for your time and enlightenment. Looking forward to catching up again when we can, when we're able to travel again. Thank you so much. I am CJ Marks. It's been a pleasure, and we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye. To go from doing what you were doing to starting your own clothing line.
Oh man, you know.